So before we kick on, our food tonight is actually from Salsa's Mexican food. I got a burrito bowl. You got a burrito bowl. You got a burrito bowl.
Fully loaded fries.
Fully loaded fries. Salsa's is like a solid sentence for me.
Yeah,
So
like it's just standard.
it's pretty standard. It's good. It's consistent. So
and we got the hookups too tonight.
we did.
We did. We got the work hookups. So
nice.
Shout out to the boys at Salsa.
Shout out to Salsa's Robina. Okay.
The one who actually works there did not.
Wait, did you work at Salsa's?
No, like
No, do you guys work in the centre?
yeah. After I'd ordered,
Hey,
I'm
you
the only
work at
one
the
that works in the centre.
Yes.
Right. Anyway, okay.
I hit on a girl at that Salsa's once. One of the girls, I asked her out. Anyway, we're going. She was married. Yeah. She was flirting with me, so she was alright.
Okay. So tonight we went and checked out Captain Marvel, the new Marvel film, basically, bringing us very close to the end of Phase 3. So, did anybody have any expectations coming into this?
I mean, yeah, expectations are fairly high. Marvel movie, Phase 3, they've all been pretty good.
Yep.
Not someone we know too much about, I don't think, but like still, it's a Marvel movie.
It's a new player
decent
to
at
the
least.
game, pretty late in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a bit more like not stoked because, like I said, I didn't know that much about the character, so I didn't know what to expect. But I enjoyed it, and yeah, looking forward to seeing her mesh with the team more. And how she fits in with the team. So
I mean, like, expectations always high. Like, this phase has been pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of good films, obviously, starting with, like, Civil War, which is, like, it's awesome.
It's
like,
very
Civil War
good.
is, like, really good. Then, obviously, Doctor Strange, which is awesome. Guardians 2, which is probably actually one of the weaker ones in that
like
phase.
saying that and
That
Ant-Man
and
and the Wasp.
Ant-Man, and they're both good movies.
They're not even weak. It's just they're weak compared to
Yeah.
how good the rest are.
We
Like
obviously got the introduction of,
They're
like,
good.
Homecoming, Spider-Man in Homecoming.
Side note for that, in my opinion, easily the best Spider-Man already.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Or you
Like
just
Adam?
got a mad crush on Tom Holland?
A little bit.
A little comment.
I don't know. Like I think, despite the flaws of the Raimi ones, Spider-Man 2.1, the extended edition, those fight scenes, that fight with Doc Ock on the train, I don't think they haven't bettered that to date. Like,
Yeah, like that was cool.
that was like one of the best Spidey moments ever. So that movie's still pretty solid.
And
for me.
I'll give props to Spidey one because that really set the whole thing off.
Yeah, the Spidey one was good.
Great time.
But
But Garfield can just go away.
yeah.
Then obviously we had Thor Ragnarok, which I really enjoyed because it's just a giant Kiwi film, fun, like it's
great.
comedy.
Yeah.
Then obviously the critically acclaimed Black Panther.
Academy Award nominated.
And winning.
And
He
won.
won some stuff for costume design.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's a good movie. Man, props to Michael B. Jordan because man, that dude is big.
Man, like, as a completely straight guy, he is pretty damn attractive.
Yeah.
Like,
He's way better at being a villain than being, Johnny Storm. Just quiet.
yeah.
Or Adonis
R.I.P.
Creed.
Nah, he's good
He's
as
good.
Adonis Creed.
Yeah.
But I mean, but better a villain than he was a Creed. Like,
I like both
he's-
equally.
Yeah.
I like both equally. They both have their like good traits, but as Killmonger, he is unreal. Like he's probably one of the better villains
Like,
in the Marvel Cinematic
I
Universe.
liked his character without thinking, oh, you like made this villain charismatic and stuff, like over the top. Like, I was kind of gone for him for a bit. Not gonna lie.
I will say with the timing of the release of Captain Marvel, like where I am right now, I freaking want my Endgame now. So like it's got to like make a big mark for me now because if I'm so ready for this next thing and I've got a little stepping stone in the way getting me to there, you gotta show me some shiny stuff.
Well, and that because coming off the back of Infinity War and Ant-Man, like Infinity War. Like, I've seen that 2 or 3 times. And the Thor scene, like, when Thor comes back, it gets me. Like, I get hyped. I was on a plane, and I was, like, ready to jump out of my seat. And I'm like, that, I mean, yeah. So,
It's like the best superhero entrance probably ever.
Yeah.
Like, I can't think of another superhero moment.
It's giving me chills now thinking about it. Like,
And I even like the when Captain America just captures the spear and he comes out of the darkness, like
It's kind of like that movie is the equivalent of like when they put on YouTube all of Arnie's best one-liners in like a 10-minute spiel.
Yeah.
That's what Infinity War is like
That's
for
right.
superheroes.
Yeah.
So just quickly, with you said Black Panther was nominated for Best Picture. Infinity War came in the last year, so that could have
Knocked it out.
been. I mean, it could have been eligible.
Yeah.
The only reason I reckon they should have gone for that over Black Panther is because of what Infinity War, because of what it means, like how many movies they've done to get to this point. Like no other movie
Franchises
studio's ever done that.
Yeah.
So for
No.
what that movie sort of represents, I think that would have made it
Should
worthy.
have had a little bit more recognition just for the mass. and
Because
the
like what
scale
other
of it
franchises
was,
done
yeah.
that? Like
Yeah, for
built
sure.
up.
For sure.
I guess all they have is their billions and billions
The
of
dollars
dollars.
to show for it. Wow, what a terrible
Yeah.
trade-off. Oh, you want to get nominated?
No, I'm happy over
I might go
here.
bath in my money.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So expectations are pretty high, obviously, for this film.
For Endgame?
For Captain
Oh, Captain
Marvel.
Marvel. So we can-
in
still got Infinity War
general,
stuff.
like
Okay, Captain Marvel still.
any Marvel cinematic movie. Look, a lot of criticism, probably a lot of expectation. There's a lot of like pressure for Brie Larson. I think massively because obviously we've seen the success of Wonder Woman from DC and from Warner Brothers. This is a big thing. This is a lot of weight on her shoulders.
Yeah.
You know, to bring this character to life and to be successful and not just bank off like, well, there's 20 other films that I'm banking off, and I can just roll with it.
Yeah.
You know, so like this movie has to stand on its own because it's female led, and we haven't got a lot of female led movies.
That's every other female's really. Black Widow's always just been a supporting character.
Yeah.
Same with the Wasp now. But in Ant-Man and the Wasp, I actually love the Wasp more than I did Ant-Man in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, she was rad. So, like,
Who are our big Marvel female leads? Are really we've got Black Widow, we've got Scarlet Witch,
And probably
The
Gamora.
Wasp.
I guess.
Well, a lot of
She's got a
Nebula,
few.
Pepper
Her and
Potts.
Peter.
Yeah.
Pepper's kind of
Yeah.
just a.
But like,
Feisty.
none of them have their own movie.
Yeah, this is it's a big deal for the Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Widow's getting a solo
universe,
movie.
Is that still happening?
Apparently it's confirmed, yeah.
Who is
They
this?
reckon Black Widow.
Like,
Solo
yeah.
movie. They reckon 2020 maybe, I think.
No, they're
but-
casting. They're casting.
Or I thought
Yeah.
it's not going to like a TV series.
No,
I think
that's
it's
something
confirmed,
different.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
The Loki and the Vision and Wonder show.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
So, Captain Marvel, any low points of Captain Marvel? Anything we didn't
I think I
like
can.
about it, or?
I like the movie.
I think we're all agreed it's all pretty good, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Is there any-
I think
very
the only
negatives that
thing
stood
I
out for
didn't
you?
like in the movie was Brie Larson herself.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
And
so
I
haven't
like
seen
Brie
it.
Larson. I liked her in Room, and I liked her in Kong Skull Island,
I love Kong
which
Skull
I
Island.
loved, but that's all I've seen her in. Those two
Same,
films.
yeah.
I didn't mind her in it, but I feel like you could have picked a better lead. Like, or she
I
could
hope
have
in
done
the,
it
I
a
hope in
bit
the next
differently.
Avengers she's a bit more,
Animated.
has a bit more range. Yeah, she
Yeah.
seemed just very straight faced a lot of the time,
I
and
feel
very
like-
not much personality
Well,
came
part
through.
of that's the
So
character,
hopefully,
though.
Yeah, that,
look, she'll still get used to her power. She was new,
Yeah.
so hopefully now that she's
Yeah.
20 years
So,
later, she's
Yeah.
yeah.
and now she knows
Admittedly,
her
I
past.
don't know enough about Captain Marvel, the
Well, I
character,
mean, just
to be able to
the whole
comment on her personality.
Coming to that alien society, like it's pretty structured by the sounds of it, and she's
Yeah.
a warrior and all disciplined. So
Yeah.
I get.
I went through Bree's Instagram just to see like what what she's doing, and like I think she does the character pretty good justice. There are moments in the film where I'm watching her and I'm like, does she look like she's stoked? Like she doesn't. It's like are you? Like what's happening? You
Yeah.
kind of look like you just turned up and they're like whatever. I feel a little bit like Old Love in X-Men.
Yeah.
You know, just sort of this is a paycheck, but she hasn't put in the work for it
Yeah.
at the same time. But that could just be more character traits than anything, because I like she starts to open up obviously later in the film and be a
Yeah.
little bit more real, which is
It's when she
That's
starts
what- yeah,
adapting
yeah.
to her human side.
human
but I guess
side.
that's also like Rambo, like playing like you've got an interaction between the two of them then as well.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, because she obviously in really like pushes that humanity side of
Yeah,
her.
for sure.
So.
And so does Talos.
Yeah,
So does Mendelsohn in the end there.
Yeah.
Because apparently Skrull's good.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that was like spoilers, but
Oh yeah. Whoops.
but yeah, that was a real big throw for me. Like I
Yeah.
just didn't see that.
And like
As soon as they popped up with Ronan, when you saw one of the Kree talking to him, it was like, oh, okay. Obviously, these aren't the good guys.
Yeah, but we've known for so long that Ronan's in this film. Like
Yeah.
we always
Yeah.
knew that, and we all knew that the Kree has always been bad.
Yeah,
I just
Ronan
kind of
is
assumed
Kree,
there
yeah.
was.
Kree, yeah.
I knew he was Kree. I didn't realize it was the whole Kree society. I thought he was just like a.
Like certain individuals that are...
Yeah, like.
So I got some comics with a Secret Invasion, and that's full. These Skrulls are full evil. They're using shapeshifting
like
to invade
as
Earth
yeah.
and get into positions of power. They're flat out villains. So.
Does this? Okay, so there's been obviously since Infinity War, there's thousands and thousands of like
Are you talking about those theories?
theories,
Yeah.
theories, right? And obviously a big one has been like the Skrull theory, right? About
like even when like it was like, okay, we've got to look after the Skrulls.
Yeah.
Skrulls have been done by. I'm like, all right, where's the turn coming?
yeah, where's the turn? That's what I was.
Because I'm
waiting.
so programmed as someone that's like grown up with this stuff that Skrulls are bad.
Yeah.
Like, always bad, but Skrulls bad.
Yeah, that really took me.
Yeah.
That took me up for a real spin. Yeah, like
in the context of the movie, though, it worked really well.
yeah, 100%.
And remember, that's in the 90s. 20 years later, things could have changed. The Skrulls could have gone bad since, and
Yeah.
over time they could change, and
Yeah.
they could still turn bad down the track.
Yeah, no, 100%.
It's already 20 years later.
Yeah.
by
20
the
years
time.
later, you could do many things like fabricate, an injury
Yeah.
on how it actually happened.
On the 20 years reference, the 90s references. I'm a 90s kid. I love it. So much. There was, I think, Veruca Salt and Garbage and Nirvana.
And Hole.
Wearing a
Hole,
9-inch
Yeah,
nails.
shirt the whole time.
Yeah,
That's right, yeah.
That
And
felt like something else. That felt like very Transformers because all I could think of was Charlotte Booth running through the streets with a Strokes t-shirt on.
And obviously crashing into the Blockbuster.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. That was
straight
cool.
up.
I
That was
really
obviously in
appreciate
the trailer.
that.
We knew I was there, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And the True Lies poster getting decimated,
Yeah.
I thought was very cool. Yeah, 90s references. Look, hey, who here at this table is not a sucker for a good 90s and 80s throw?
Yeah.
No?
I mean,
That's where I
80s
go
is a bit far back for me, but no.
Do you recall anything in the 90s?
A little bit.
Well, he's not that young, is he?
No,
You should know the 90s.
93. I mean, I was 7 by the time the 90s ended, so I've got some memory.
Gotcha.
All right.
A little bit.
3, wow.
But you still have the culture carrying over.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
You sure?
but a little bit.
All right.
I was there.
I was there.
I've seen some shit.
I was in high school. Man.
Yeah, 90s references, always cool with me. I'm
Yeah.
down with that. One thing that sort of came across to me straight off the bat was like how insanely overpowered she seems to be in this film.
Yeah.
And I get it. She is super powerful, like super powerful.
Yeah.
Like everything that I know about, her is that she is super powerful. My thing is like, I mean, she takes down an entire Kree battleship.
Yeah, like she never struggles in this
No!
movie with any battle.
Not at all.
Yeah, she is. Very. Like with the exception to the fact that she kind of gets captured at the beginning to unlock the memories, like just punches out of there, like punches harder until she wins. At, in her first escape, but she barely winces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't. Apart from like, the scene where she's lying in the sand. That's the only time I feel like she and gets captured. That's it.
Yeah.
And she only just towards the end then unlocked her sort of full potential.
Yeah.
Imagine adding 20 years to that.
Yeah.
Like
No,
once she's actually fully got used to her power, she's going to be even more formidable.
level.
Like
Crazy.
knowing how to use them even better.
how much do you think Fox hates that Captain Marvel's out and she looks that good on screen, and that Jean Grey, who's playing Dark Phoenix,
Who is that
burning man?
lady in space?
That's
Yeah.
train wreck written all over.
I was thinking that, and I was also thinking that when she chucked on the jacket,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, but Wonder Woman 1984,
Yeah.
like this is perfect for leather jacket Diana.
Also, I was like, man, that jacket's so done as soon as she hits the atmosphere.
Yeah,
Like,
so she lit up.
yeah,
like,
she looked like it's.
don't worry about that ketchup
Yeah, I'm like,
stain.
oh
Yeah.
man.
She should have thrown in like a Wolverine, the motorbike jacket Wolverine always wears. She should have like chucked that on and like maybe not fit and just throw it off. Like
So apart from her being overpowered, there's some cool things. Obviously, like the Stan Lee cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other?
Another cameo where he literally plays himself.
Yeah.
He was playing Stan Lee, working on his lines for Mallrats,
Yeah.
which is a cool 90s reference too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely cool 90s
Just
reference.
quick on her powers. Do we know if she has any? What are her weaknesses? Like Superman's kryptonite, but does anyone know more about the character than I do? That, like,
I don't know. All I know is she's always been like the cavalry because she heads, as far as what I understand, is she heads like the space division of Shield. I forget what they're called, but then from what I remember from watching like a couple of the comic book shows and stuff like that, is like she ends up fighting what's his name? Jude Law's character, like
Marvel.
yeah, who I thought was Marvel, and then wasn't.
Oh, that's, yeah.
But yeah, he comes back and they find out, and then they fight each other and blah blah blah. But yeah, I don't recall like her having any weaknesses, but I also don't recall her ever winning the day.
Yeah.
You know, because the Avengers still won.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's the trick. You can't. Doesn't matter how strong she is. The rest of the Avengers have to contribute, or that's a pretty pathetic movie.
yeah.
It's kind of like
It'll
they
be-
balance Thor pretty well.
it'll be
Who's just
Justice
a
League, then.
god.
Yeah. It's so
And
funny.
Everyone
'cause
hangs with him, so
There's such a big point of this movie made where like I don't owe you anything. I don't need to prove anything to you. And the funny thing is, as an audience member, I'm sitting there going, have you earned this? Proving yourself to me that you can join the rest of the Avengers and like earn a shot at Thanos, you know what I mean? Like if she was to take him down, surely there'd be a massive like, what?
Yeah. Where were you?
Yeah, where were you?
You know.
Green Lanterning off somewhere.
So we touched on this a little bit, but obviously, where does this rank amongst the Marvel Cinematic Universe? We have 21 films, as you said, Jared.
I'd have to write them all down and really sort of look.
yeah.
Just going off feel.
But off
Give
the
me-
top of my
give me
head,
a couple of minutes and I'll,
Put it in a quarter. It would be bottom
I've got-
quarter
I've
for
got
me, I reckon.
I
It's in
reckon,
where
yeah,
we're-
like it's
It'd be pretty
between-
low. It'd be in the
Low?
bottom half, I reckon.
I
If
reckon
not
it-
the last third or last
It's around
quarter.
the middle for me.
Gotcha.
Like
same
as far
for me,
as
it's probably around 10. Around
yeah,
that middle out of.
like as
yeah.
far as Phase 3 goes,
do you want me to list off some?
it's pretty similar to Guardians 2.
Let's just
and-
list off a couple
Ant-Man.
and
Okay,
say
list off a couple.
if we rate it better or worse than.
Alright. Iron Man 2.
better.
Better.
That's what sort of
Oh,
question
better.
is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain Marvel
Better than Iron Man 2, yeah.
Everything's
Um,
better than Iron Man 2, except maybe Iron Man 3.
Mickey Rourke was the only good thing in that movie.
Yeah, that's true. And
Um,
Formula 1 and
Stuck.
Monaco was pretty cool.
You lose.
The Incredible Hulk from Phase 1.
It's worse than
Worse.
Yeah.
Incredible
We're
Hulk.
Incredible Hulk fans. That
Yeah,
movie.
I
A lot
love
of people.
that,
A lot
yeah.
of people don't appreciate that movie. I
Well,
do.
I think because it never really gets noticed as being part of the cinematic universe.
Which is a shame because
No.
it came out after Iron Man. So,
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
has Tony Stark in it.
Yeah.
And
And that's why they obviously
Thunderbolt
brought
who
Ross
comes
back
into-
to
yeah.
make it relevant. Yeah, but I think it's because it changed from Norton to Ruffalo. I think a lot of people
got off the train.
forgot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, isn't the Eric Banner one included too? It's like no,
I,
it's
man.
news.
Yes.
That drives me nuts.
it's,
But
it's hard.
man, I don't know if I'd like it more. See, I like the Hulk as a character more than Captain Marvel so far. I haven't
Yeah.
seen much of it.
Yeah.
So at this point, I'd say I'd put Incredible Hulk over Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I would like...
Simply because of my love for the Hulk.
Yeah.
But that could
when
change.
you take into account how long ago that was and budgets and stuff,
Mm.
get to the Hulk.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel had every advantage.
Something a little bit more modern. What about Avengers: Age of Ultron?
Ooh.
That's an on par flick for me.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Yeah,
That's
I-
quite similar.
Ultron's flawed, but it does have them
It's-
all in it, and having
yeah.
the group thing is what.
Oh, and we got the
Yeah.
killer scene where they're all fly kicking and jumping through the air.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
we
was
got the
so cheesy.
Ninja Turtle 2
Like,
head wrap shot.
I mean, that's a
It's a
that's
splash panel.
Yeah,
I might
that's a-
actually put Captain Marvel above Age of
Ultron?
Ultron. Yeah.
I'd put it there.
Now
for
that
me.
I
memories
think
are
they're
coming
pretty-
back, it was pretty...
It's pretty on
Average.
par, like, because I really liked Ultron as a character
Yeah.
in that film.
Yeah.
Like,
Spadatron.
yeah,
Was,
Spadatron. Like, yeah. I was gonna say a couple more from Phase 2, but apart from Iron Man 3, because that's pretty terrible.
Thor: Dark World. We all agree
Dark
that it's
World.
better than
Dark
Dark
World.
World.
Down
Yeah.
the bottom, yeah.
Okay, so amongst the other Phase 3 films, what about Ragnarok?
It's not as good.
No.
as
No.
No?
Ragnarok. was-
Ragnarok's probably the best to me. I guess
out of
that
Phase
in
3,
Infinity
Captain Marvel's in
War,
the lower end of Phase 3. Like,
yeah,
not because it's bad, because the others are so good.
standards are that high.
This, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a high, man. It's a real high standard we've got in Phase 3.
Yeah.
Because like you can see, like throughout the phases, obviously we have Phase 1 and Iron Man 2 is kind of a stinker. People are pretty torn on Thor. I really liked Captain America: First Avenger, but I understand why people don't like it, like because it's slow moving and we don't get.
I
the
love
real Cap.
Captain America First Avenger.
And then it's capped off by like obviously the Avengers, which is unreal.
Which is amazing.
And then in Phase 2 we start with Iron Man 3, which is, look, it's
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
Iron Man's trilogy went like this. Sorry, I like
And Tony's paycheck. Dark World, meh. Then obviously we've got Winter Soldier, which is cracker.
my favourite standalone out of
All
all
of
the
them?
movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely-
And on
definitely
par,
up there.
top 2 total Marvel movies for me,
Yeah.
with First Avengers.
Yeah,
Jeez.
They're
is-
my 2 favourite
like
Marvel movies.
Winter Soldier is everything. You get Bucky, you get actual
Cap
kick-ass
being
Cap.
awesome,
Yeah.
awesome training.
You know. Then we got Guardians, which was like the surprise hit for everybody because no
Yeah.
one. You
I
know,
knew nothing about Guardians, really.
Yeah.
I knew of them, and that's it.
and
Yeah.
then that spawned, and then like obviously Ultron, and then we got Ant-Man. Ant-Man was cool. I thought it was
Ant-Man
cool.
was cool.
Yeah. Paul Rudd being Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
I'm never going to give you a negative score on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So then we started Phase 3, obviously with a bang in Civil War.
Which
is
is
rad.
huge.
Huge,
Massive.
That was just a huge
It was
entertaining
almost just
comic
an
book
Avengers movie, like honestly.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people
Machine
complain,
Store.
oh, it's not like the comics. Obviously, they couldn't copy the comics, didn't have the rights to a lot of characters, but for what they had to work, like,
Hey, if they reboot it from the beginning up in this lifetime, we may see it.
Yeah.
We may
But
be too
considering what
old
they-
to like really care, but
they did
we'll see.
awesome with what they could, with the characters they had
Yeah,
and what they
sure.
set up. Like,
Yeah.
they still was a rad movie.
Doctor Strange.
I've watched that this week.
Amazing.
It's really good.
Yeah,
It is
it's
awesome.
The hands, like when he has the accident. Oh, you just feel like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when you see them go in the dash, like
yeah.
in his actual
oh
crash. and
man,
get crushed.
it's ruthless. Like and man, I got time for old
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ben-
Man,
Benedict,
he
man.
doesn't matter what he's playing. He does
He's
really.
I
The
got
only thing
good
he
job.
can't do is say penguins.
there you go. Then we got obviously Guardians 2, which was not bad.
Not bad.
It wasn't
Um,
great.
wasn't great.
It wasn't. It
I'd
wasn't.
probably
Where do
first
we-
Guardians over 2 for me.
Where do we sit that against Captain Marvel?
Guardians 2.
Yeah.
I would still watch Guardians 2 again over Captain Marvel.
I'd say they're pretty on par for me.
Yeah, I like Guardians because it's got more humour. Marvel, I don't know. Yeah, they're a bit even for me. I can't. So they're both in
I'd
that
probably
lower.
go Guardians over it just
Lower end.
because of some of the characters.
Yeah, it's got Rocket. I love Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah,
he's my
like-
favourite Guardian.
Him and Groot are
And
just
Kurt Russell.
great.
Kurt Russell.
And then we got obviously Ragnarok, Homecoming, Black Panther, Infinity War, and Ant-Man and the Wasp.
They're all better than
Yeah.
Marvel.
So obviously, does it fit in the timeline? Obviously, I mean,
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Does it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
does.
we'll just overlook the plot hole about how come Fury didn't call her during Avengers 1.
Well,
You think aliens invading Earth would be an emergency
She
enough to
said
warrant?
she
She's
was
like
very
last
specific.
resort,
last
man,
resort,
yeah.
you know. He had
Aliens
this little
invading
team
Earth.
to try.
Aliens, that's
But when they
Yeah.
were invading Earth, he did have the Avengers there. Like
Yeah.
he had an Asgardian.
If the Avengers
as a
had
whole.
failed, I'm sure he would have called her in.
Yeah.
I
But
guess.
he had it under control.
I'm sure that page was.
But no,
sitting
right.
where he
That's
was.
you'd call her.
Oh
Yeah.
look,
You
I
would.
mean, who knows what you were thinking when there's a giant like black hole above the Earth? and
Maybe
there's
he forgot where to put it.
yeah, you know. Deserve the final blow.
Does she deserve the final blow
In Endgame?
On Endgame.
That's what I'm worried about. No, she does not. Hands down. We've had 10 years of Stark, Cap, Thor, Hulk. They have to do it as a team. The original team need to end these 3 phases of movies.
How can you see it going out?
You got it. Well, should we do?
Should we come back to that?
We'll come back to
that.
Endgame, yeah.
Come
Yeah.
back to that because we'll come to a little hype talk at the end.
Sure.
I just want to mention 2 little things about Captain Marvel before we move off Captain Marvel altogether. I liked Ben Mendelsohn using his American accent when he's in human form and his Aussie accent when he's in Skrull form.
Skrulls are Australian.
I love that. So I like Ben Mendelsohn. I've been a fan of him for many years. And the de-aging, like young Fury. Man, I forgot that I was watching old Samuel L. Jackson obviously acting the part. Like, you just...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks so good now. You just forget that he's in his 60s or whatever in real life.
Yeah,
Like,
it was great.
it looks awesome.
I thought the same thing. Apart from as soon as he started fighting, like
It's obviously not him.
but like it's just there was a couple of moments where like that's actually Samuel, and he
Fought
looks
like
old.
an older man. Yeah.
There's the belly,
Yeah.
and that's not Samuel. That's just some young guy.
Yeah,
'Cause,
but
like the de-aging, first time I saw it was X-Men Last Stand. Was that, and there you could see it was all very CG. It was obvious.
Yeah, it's
They've
like
obviously
just,
gotten
it's
better.
like they've just painted a movie,
Yeah,
like
just
used word.
filled in the wrinkles, just
Yeah.
smeared some like putty.
But then
Then
they
even at the
obviously-
start of Ant-Man, young Michael Douglas, it still looked better, but still a bit CG. Whereas this one, I feel even got better again. Like,
Yeah.
it looks awesome.
yeah, no,
So yeah, I love the de-aging.
yeah, I thought
it was
Samuel was good as per. There's a couple of moments, especially the car scene, where there's a little Men in Black, a little Pulp Fiction.
Oh well, yeah. No, it was good.
Yeah,
I liked it. But yeah, I did like the buddy cop dynamic between the two as well. That was probably the best part of the movie for me. I think just them.
Like the way they sort of just
interact.
paired up in it.
Yeah, I like
They should have done looking out of the trunk shot. They should have got something out of the trunk.
Any letdowns with the eye story?
Oh yeah, like last time I trusted someone, I lost my eye.
Yeah. So I was just like,
Are we going to spoil that on here?
yeah, we're spoiled already, but like, man,
Well, there's two things. There's the fact that a cat that he loves.
well, they play on it through the whole film. Like
Yeah.
every time that he's in an incident,
Something
happens
happens
to his eye,
Yeah.
and then you just like, oh, that's it.
Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of the humor of everything's built up about all these people like, oh, he lost his eye doing this, he lost his eye doing that, oh, you know.
He's like a super spy. He would have lost in some sort of
Yeah,
battle.
it's like, nah, I'm a cat, man.
And what do you
You can't
think
tell
about
anyone that.
the Avengers being named after Captain Marvel?
I didn't have a problem with it.
I mean, I guess. It's not
Like
an
I guess
issue
I
with
guess
it.
he had to get the name from somewhere because he
That's
comes to
Yeah.
Tony at the end of Iron Man 1. He's like,
But
here to talk
it's
about
just
the
the whole
Avenger
fact that Captain Marvel's such a big part of like the whole Avengers beginning,
mission.
and yet we're at movie 21 when she finally pops up.
Mm.
It's like if she was so important, why now?
Yeah.
Or like, I would be interested to, well, I mean, I guess cutting to like the end credit scene, where no one in that room knows anything about her.
Yeah.
You would think if she is as crucial to the beginning of like what the Avengers are and how she's got the name, maybe someone like, like Scarlet may know something.
Like she was a Shield operative.
Yeah,
when
for
all
so
began.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And like,
Sorry,
Agent
Agent Skull. I was
Coulson
thinking,
was around
Scarlet
forever.
Witch.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you've got Agent Coulson who's been a part of it the whole time.
yeah, of course. And
Yeah,
he's
well,
like-
he
and
met
yet-
her, so he's known about
How
her.
has he not sort of mentioned that to someone
Maybe
like
it's
Black
like,
Widow?
look, this is a definite trump card. Everyone could be a shape-shifting alien. It's
No
just,
one's gonna know.
It's just us.
I
You can
suppose.
explain everything away.
But I
like
mean,
that.
like,
but still,
That's
I
pretty
get-
risky on Fury's part. I won't tell anyone about this beeper that has the savior of the world. What happens if I die? That's awkward.
Yeah, it could have at least just been, hey, if anything happens and it's really bad and I'm dead, just press this button.
Yeah.
But
I'm
or
sure
it
you're
could
gonna have
just
some
been tied to
backup.
his heart. When this stops beating, that
Yeah.
starts beating.
Yeah.
He's just having a cabinet in his office in case of emergency break glass. The beaker's in there.
That, you know what? I would mess with that.
Yeah.
It's real heavy. Like,
Call us.
yeah.
I wonder how many meetings that like these Marvel dudes have sitting around desks like this, like eating food, and just like that's funny. Yeah, yeah, that's cool. Scribble it down.
Yeah, so I guess obviously this is all leading into Endgame.
Game.
We're in the end game now.
So, Endgame hype. How
Through,
far off
through
the,
the ceiling. It's going to punch through those ceilings.
yeah,
I'm so ready.
yeah.
Like,
It is. How, are we a month away? Less than a month away?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
April
Anzac Day, isn't it?
24th.
Yeah.
April 24th.
And like the first movie did what, 2 billion? I think it was the only movie apart from Avatar. I expect us to beat that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
no.
because this is
Yeah.
Infinity War is massive. This is actually the end half of it, which you'd think would have even more anticipation. So,
Yeah, 100%.
so if it doesn't do 2 billion, I'll be surprised. I'll be shocked. So
I'm busting to see this.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we've had 21 movies leading into this moment.
Is this the most anticipation for a Marvel film to date?
from Marvel, yeah. from Marvel,
It's gotta
for
be.
sure.
It has to be. Henceforth of all time, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Because like we're talking about, like usually we go, oh, this is part of a franchise or something like that. Like this is literally where we're all going, man. Who's next? Because like we
Yeah.
may never see any of these characters again.
Yeah.
There's like a high chance that like half of them at least we're not seeing again, right? So, hey, are we ever going to see another Iron Man film? Are we ever going to see Christopher Evans as Captain America again?
Yeah.
All of these things. These are all
Iron Man, they said yes.
yeah.
They said they'll treat Iron Man kind of like Bond, where you won't have another Tony Stark, but you'll have another Iron Man. Like,
Yeah.
you'll have another person in the suit or whatever.
Yeah, right.
So
Okay.
they've said that's Iron Man won't stop.
Yeah. Do we
So-
just get Winter Soldier becomes Cap?
yeah.
He has to be. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people want Falcon. I want Bucky.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bucky. He's a super soldier. Falcon's too beatable. He's a normal man.
Yeah.
Bucky's
Need to
super
go
soldier
through
plus
some-
the arm
Yeah.
and having a shield. Like he'd be so rad. Like
He's got to get on the gear, old Falcon.
on that serum.
on the
Yeah.
super serum.
and Bucky's got Sebastian Stan's got a 9-film contract.
Well,
He's only had 3 or 4 appearances. So
Oh, man,
you'd think
I-
that's where they're going with that.
I'd be down with that.
Yeah.
I'm ecstatic. I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see how they pitch the whole Thanos thing moving forward. Because I really like Thanos as a character.
Yeah.
Thoroughly enjoyed him in Infinity War.
And I think Brolon's actually signed for a few appearances, which means he probably won't die in this movie.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure he's signed
Honestly,
for more than.
I don't expect him
just the
to
two.
die.
What about these?
I don't want him to. I think
expect
he's
him
too big and powerful that they
to
can just beat him and then
beat him,
he can disappear.
But
for a
it's
while.
got to be like a technicality or something. I don't expect him to just kill him.
Well, essentially, it's
Yeah.
like we're just getting rid of the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
And, like
Yeah.
destroying the stone.
Yeah, without
But-
stones, he's
Yeah.
tough, but he's
Do you,
Yeah.
do you,
not
yeah, is
universal.
it like, are we going back in time and starting afresh and removing a gauntlet? Or are we like, we're still where we are, but we're bringing the people that have died during the snap?
I was in, what are they going to do in the movie?
Yeah,
Like theories?
like,
Yeah.
there's.
I don't know how
and
they're
the
gonna
other
do
thing
it.
is, what if there is another threat? What if it ends with like, I only wanted to take out half the universe.
Yeah.
This guy wants to end all of it, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like, and Thanos is like, I guess I've got to help you guys. Like, there's so many.
Yeah, like, or what if Thanos was trying to do the lesser evil by
Yeah.
taking out half the population to stop being noticed by like someone else?
Mm.
Or what
Who
if they
knows?
go back in time and just like screw everybody up?
Yeah. What if they go back and it's like brr, Marvel Flashpoint? Now you got your Fantastic Four. Now you got your X-Men, and now
Oh,
you got
God.
$3 billion movie.
Yeah, but like only with Fan Four Stick, not
Yeah,
with that crew.
Killmonger and Johnny
They
Storm
have
meet each other.
Chris Evans, Johnny Storm.
We could have
Meeting
both of
Chris
them.
Evans' cat. They could, imagine
the
that.
licensing issues.
They could end up in an alternate universe and he meets Johnny
Or
Storm.
like Maguire meets Garfield meets
Yeah.
Tom
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
real life
would,
into the Spider-Man.
yeah, that'd be cracking. All right, so finish up with some general thoughts on the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, can I say? Well, sorry, I've got some more stuff to say.
Yeah.
Endgame.
Yeah, cool.
Obviously, a lot of people are going to die. Some big characters they've said. A lot of people are like, no, I want Tony to keep going. These actors can't keep going, no matter how much we love the character.
Yeah.
Cap's my favourite. I want him to die. He needs to die.
Right.
I think his death being the leader and he's like the, he's like the beacon of good. His death will lift them the most.
Yeah,
And
it's
so-
the most symbolic, right? Because
Yeah.
he's the most. He's got the biggest like come from nothing. Never
and
had
he's
anything.
so selfless and
So,
everything.
yeah,
So,
and he's
His
the
power
true.
is, of course, it's all the extra strength, but his like
Big things is leadership.
his humanity.
Yeah.
His like
Humanity,
internal
100%.
humanity is what's.
but so death. So I want Cap to die. Needs to. I
What
want
Captain did that?
Yeah,
I want Tony to die.
yeah.
I don't want Thor to die. I want him to just I'm going to go off and protect other worlds and just go off world.
I want to see a Thor.
But,
and,
because we've had no real big hero deaths to date. No big
Yeah.
characters have really died.
Yeah,
So
who we had like Quicksilver.
who?
yeah. Which
And Loki.
Quicksilver do you like?
Well, I don't want to admit it, but the one that does stuff doesn't get shot to death.
And the one who doesn't get puffed when he actually runs a bit.
Yeah,
He's-
the one that like wears a Rush t-shirt. It's that one.
But so deaths. That's who I want. Like, they got to kill some people. Cap and Tony need to die, I think. And the reason I don't want them to stay alive is because even if Cap moves on and Bucky becomes Cap, you can't move forward knowing that Cap's out there. Because if something big was threatening the world again,
He'd
he
come
would
back.
come and fight.
Yeah.
So you can't just
It
ignore him.
wouldn't
So
be
he
right
needs to
for
die,
him.
so that's not a possibility.
How would you like? I was just thinking, like, you know, like Red Skull is no longer needed as the protector of that.
Yeah,
Soul
so is
Stone.
he just bumming around that mountaintop now, like
Do
bored?
they Civil War Captain America Red Skull? Like, does it just end with him getting sniped by Red Skull?
Oh,
Could.
yeah, it was like,
Totally could, but
yeah.
there'll have to be some kind of dual sacrifice, like
You
you
think
and
they-
me, Tony. Kind of, yeah. I think you're onto it.
You're gonna fight on the moon?
I don't want to.
Fight on the moon.
Oh, they're all in spacesuits in all the promo, all the toys they're wearing.
They're
like
all
this
new wearing
grey.
get ups, right?
Yeah.
But
They go on the
does it actually have the
space.
moon in it?
Well, in the cartoon series, they fight on the moon.
Oh, okay.
And in the comics, they've got the blue area of the moon where there's gravity and
Yeah.
and stuff. So,
So
I don't know. I think that'll be a bit out there.
they just go to Thanos' planet, knock on his door, and just be like, "Yo, what up?
Yeah.
Time to
Well,
fight."
it looks like Captain Marvel has the ability to just grab a ship and pull it into light
Yeah.
speed, so like they can get anywhere now pretty
But-
quick.
Thanos doesn't matter that much anymore. He's done. Like, end of
Well, he thinks he's
Avengers, like
Yeah.
Infinity War. It looks like he's retired. Like he's
But
like,
he's-
okay,
yeah.
I'm done now.
But obviously, he's going to come back to challenge him again. Oh, because that's the moment I want the most out of Endgame, and you'll probably agree with this. The moment when Hulk comes back.
Yeah.
That's going to have to rival Thor's entrance. Like,
Yeah, but
I want it to be on that level where I'm like goosebumps and shit. Which
Do you want? Because it looks like in the little bits of promo art we've seen, it's going to be a very.
It's gonna be
lucid-
better.
It's just going to be better.
Yeah.
And
I'm okay with that idea, but
you want him by the end of it though, he has to savage the hell out.
I want Savage Hulk
Yeah.
where, I don't want his intelligence to.
I want
I'll be
so
holding him
savage
back.
that Captain Marvel tries to stop him and it doesn't work.
Yeah, because we've never had full on crazy. The closest we've had is probably Age of Ultron when he fought the Hulkbuster.
Yeah.
That's when he was really out of control, which I love that scene.
But it wasn't him. Though.
So-
Well,
Yeah.
we never even with like in Ragnarok when we're, it's Planet Hulk essentially like in
Yeah.
a small
Mhm.
instance. You don't see him like really.
Because he was a bit more civilized there. Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's what I don't want. Like,
It sounds like
I want
it sounds like it's going to be
crazy-
what Dr. Hulk, is that what they call him?
Professor Hulk.
Professor Hulk.
Yeah.
Dr.
So
Hulk.
the thing that could trigger him. Okay, Black Widow's got a solo movie coming. They could theoretically,
So they could bring back
But
Betty
that-
Ross.
but that's going to be a prequel.
Yeah.
Black Widow for sure. So they could kill her off in this movie and have her death trigger Bruce and the Hulk.
That's
Imagine her death like set him off, and then he
That
would
would
just
set
fucking
him
rage.
off.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
so
interesting.
that's the only thing I could think that would really set him off hardcore.
I think he's been away
So-
for too long. Unless they establish an Endgame that between the snap and whatever they do next, they've been together. Like, I just don't think there's enough writing between them anymore.
Between Widow and
Banner?
Banner.
Yeah. I think it would have to be.
I'm excited. I'm just psyched to see Hawkeye.
Actually, I am too.
Yeah.
When I first saw him in the trailer, I'm like, he looks badass with his sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Looks like his hair's a
it's
bit
Ronan.
trimmed.
It's Ronan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited about
Because I was never a huge Hawkeye fan, so I'm like, no, he's looking pretty badass
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, Hawkeye's a jerk, really.
Like, I would be so fine with him with the winning blow.
Yeah.
Like, just
Oh.
a well positioned
Yeah.
arrow, which would be so dumb after everything.
oh man, 21 movies comes into Hawkeye.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
like,
Oh.
he goes to snap again. He just takes his thumb off.
Yeah.
Just a little chink in the armor, and he
And
gets
just a-
through. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Lots to think about. Lots coming up. Before we finish, obviously, like I just want to sort of see what everybody's been doing, what everyone's watching. You know, whether it's something on Netflix, whether it's something you've seen movies wise. For me, I've off the back of the last one, we were talking about Umbrella Academy, which I thought was
I'm
rad.
still getting through it.
It's really
Titans,
good.
which obviously which I thought was pretty awesome. I actually just started another Netflix one. I started The Colony. Interesting concept. I can't really decide yet whether I'm like super into it or is this just a really lame sci-fi show.
Is that the one with
So
Sawyer?
it's
from
sci-fi
Lost?
has to
Yes.
be.
Yes, gotcha.
Yeah.
Is it a 2018 series or is it
Sci-fi.
2019?
It's new,
All right.
so I would assume it's probably filmed last
Filmed
year.
last year.
Yeah. What else did I watch? Oh man, I went back and watched I Am Legend. That was cool.
That movie's
And
I prefer the alternate ending where he survives.
Who survives?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact it gives the body back to them, I prefer that ending.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I think that's a killer
Yeah.
killer type of film. I also went back and watched The Fifth Wave because we watched Greta.
Greta, I was thinking about going and seeing Greta.
Yeah, interesting.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. It's worth a watch. But yeah, anything that anyone's caught up on or checked out or anything like that or any.
Yeah, the movies. Happy Death Day to you. I loved it.
Yeah.
Cheesy, bit B grade, but no, I like the first one. And I like the whole time loop premise in general. Edge of Tomorrow, Groundhog Day, whatever. So being in a horror setting.
Shout out to Edge of Tomorrow being one of the best time traveling
See,
films.
I read the book.
The sequel for that
The
coming.
book was so much better.
Actually, I did read the book after seeing it.
That
So
was-
different,
It was so like it. Because I read the book
Way
first,
different,
watching
yeah.
the movie, I was like, oh,
Oh, I see, I was the reverse.
just
I saw the movie
like
first.
this
and-
whitewashed thing.
Alright.
But they should have stuck with the original book title for the movie. All you need
Yeah.
is kill.
All you need is kill.
That's the book. That's
Yeah.
such a cool title.
That's
But
way
yeah.
So
good.
very
Anything,
Japanese.
Yeah.
You caught up on?
No, I've just been pottering through Umbrella Academy
Yep.
and watching a lot of Sesame Street and Play School.
Right.
So,
Excellent.
the usual.
Blippi?
What's that?
Blippi?
Blippi?
That's what Dan's kid watches. It's his kid show. This dude. Oh,
No, I don't have Blippi.
does my head in.
It sounds
What?
like
It's
some
lame.
Been watching Drive to Win, which is only interesting if you like Formula One.
Okay.
But if you do, it's great.
Okay.
If you don't, it would be so boring.
All
Would've
right,
made
and
more
just
sense.
to end off, do we have anything that we should, anyone recommends that everyone should go back and watch? And let's keep it Marvel themed, because,
Go watch The Incredible Hulk. You've got Liv Tyler. You've got Tim Roth. And you've got Norton being Norton. You've got that killer abomination fight at the end.
I actually like that fight.
Yeah,
That's cool.
you've got the where like Hulk gets angrier to win.
Yeah, and you actually see his
You
eyes
see the
flicker. It's like,
eyes. You see the
yeah, Abomination's still
muscles.
out there.
The
Yeah,
Abomination.
you could bring him back. Don't need Tim Roth.
And
Yeah.
you get the
Endgame.
like the college ground fight with the super serum.
Yeah.
Jeez, I should
Showing
watch
up.
that again.
It's,
been a
it's,
while.
it's underrated, I think. I
Yeah.
think it
Yeah.
cops a bit.
are we
Harsh
just
one.
unanimously going to all go back and watch Incredible Hulk?
Probably,
let's do it.
yeah.
Yeah?
He
Or you
screams.
gotta,
He screams at lightning.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
You got something?
I'll probably go watch Avengers 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just to get
Just-
you in the mindset.
Yeah,
for-
having seen them all come together was like such a cool moment. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
That's
want
it.
to go watch this. I'm sure there's a supercut of the Tony
Yeah.
theory, so
Yeah.
I'll go watch that.
You got a recommendation?
Yeah.
Anything you should go back and watch and
Still
check
the
out?
early stuff. Still want to rewatch Iron Man.
Mm.
Like that movie's still
Yeah, Iron Man 1 is still one of the best.
so
Even
good.
though it's the first one, like they nailed
It's
it.
funny watching it now how his hair is. He's actually got quite long,
Oh yeah.
moppy hair.
Yeah.
And you're really
Yeah.
used to the shorter.
You?
I will say probably go back and watch Doctor Strange because I think Doctor Strange is badass.
That's, yeah.
Just straight up, it's like the Matrix on steroids. It's sick.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
he was actually my favourite character in Infinity War, Doctor Strange.
yeah.
Yeah.
The movie, he did the best.
I
job,
love
right? He
the
was so
dynamic
cool.
between him and Stark. Like they nail it so
Yeah.
well. Like they
Two Sherlocks
yeah,
talking to each other.
It's so, it's
and
just
two,
it's so
two,
good.
you
Because
know,
they referenced that, didn't they? Didn't one of them say something? The other one said, "Do you concur, Doctor?" I think
Yeah.
that's what Holmes says to Watson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So they did that at
Yeah.
the start when they were the Sanctum.
yeah.
No, was a
it's,
bit of a nod to that.
yeah.
But yeah, Doctor Strange is.
Doctor Strange is
Right.
pretty ripping. All right, cool. Well, we've been the drive-through. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, so check us out there. All the links will obviously be down below. Well, tell us where we can find you.
Me?
Yeah, here next week.
What's your address?
We'll see. Depends on what my schedule's like.
Okay. Anyway,
I don't really have much of a life, but I'm just trying to make it sound like.
I'm definitely going to be here. God, please don't cancel on me.
anyway, we've been the drive-through. We hope you've enjoyed this episode, and we'll catch you next time.